everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we are painting the all-new Zontari Endrin Dock. I hope I said that right. Yes, Zontari Endrin Dock. This is the new terrain piece for the Kharadron Overlords that Games Workshop have very kindly sent over for me to build up and paint with all of you, and that is exactly what we are going to be doing today. So, massive thank you to them, and we are going to jump in and we're going to start painting. Now the whole thing's been primed in grey Seer, and we want to try and get this done as quickly as we possibly can. So what we're going to do is we're going to be starting off with some thinned down Barak-Nar Burgundy. And well, this one's an interesting one because whilst there's a lot to do, we can actually pick things up quite quickly once we start getting like the dry brush on, which is what we're going to do a little bit later. So we're going to start with the Barak-Nar Burgundy, and we're going to apply this over top of all the areas that we want to be burgundy. Now helpfully this has been divided into several sections, and we're going to be applying this over top of the kind of bottom third of the actual Zontari Endrin Dock itself. We're going to be applying this on the underside down here. It's going to take roughly 2 thin coats just to make sure we've got a good decent build-up of colour there. We're then going to skip over this section, then we're going to do the roof, like so. Similarly, for all of our little other doodads and stuff like this, you can check out the box art for these, but there are going to be some areas on them that are also going to be burgundy. So for example, on this one here, we're going to be doing the kind of whole of this bit down here. We're also going to be doing the fins, and we're going to be doing the rudder as well. Those 3 areas. Similarly on this one here, we'll be applying this over the top of the fins and the rudder and that sort of thing. And on this one, we're going to also be applying this over the top of the fins and the rudder. So with that Barak-Nar Burgundy all applied, our next colour is going to be some Black Legion. We're going to be applying this over the top of the next panel / rung up on the main dock. Just like this. However, we do have another panel to do, and that is half of the panel above, leaving a strip all the way along the middle. We'll get to that in just a second. There we go. So we're going to do that all the way around, but as mentioned, we're also going to be doing a half and half type job. So what we're going to do is we're going to start around about here. I'm going to draw a line going across. Then we're just going to block in the area above. I'm going to do this all the way around the dock. So with that all done, we're now going to take some skeleton Horde. We're going to apply this over top of that middle rung. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Morghast Bone. I'm going to use this to add some little bone markings to our little auto endrins, I believe is what they're called. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to apply 2 thin coats of this over the top of certain panels, such as this one. Just here. Like that sort of thing. And over the top of this one as well. Just like that. I'm also going to apply this over top of any sort of aerodynamic things. Like that bit there. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Iron Warriors. We're going to apply this over the majority of our remaining details. Now there is going to be some gold on here, as you would expect. But the best thing to do is to, as always, just have your box art open in front of you to figure out where to place all of this. But it is going to be a lot of Iron Warriors. I shall warn you now. So with all of that silver applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Retributor Armour. I'm going to apply this over top of all our remaining details, excluding of course the smoke. And so with that all done, it's now time to add some shades. And the first of these is going to be some Nuln Oil. And we're going to be applying this over the top of the smoke, but we're also going to apply this over the top of all the burgundy, all the silver, and all the black. And so with all that Nuln Oil applied, we then take some Reikland Fleshshade. I'm going to use this to shade all the gold. So with that all done, our Zontari Endrin Dock is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready, and it's looking pretty good. However, we're not going to leave it there. No, we're going to take it to the next level, and we're going to do this by just a couple of little things here and there. We don't need to do too much here, because after all, it is just a terrain piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by taking some thinned down Retributor Armour, and we're going to use this to relayer all of the wide open areas of gold. But this is going to be sort of pretty much it in terms of like the relayering and highlighting and stuff. Well, there's going to be some highlighting, but what we're going to do, we're just going to do this first. This is going to help us clear up any kind of dark patches of shading, and also just give the model like a few areas of zinginess. So with that all done, we're then going to dry brush the whole thing. using some Screaming Skull. And we're just going to be really gentle here. And with that Screaming Skull dry brush all applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Ironbreaker. And we're going to apply this over top of, well, all of our kind of windows and buttons. And with all that Ironbreaker applied, we then take some Frostheart, and we apply this over the top. And so with that all done, we're now going to finish things off by dry brushing the smoke with some grey Seer. And there we have it. The base is now complete to go alongside the rest of my Kharadron Overlords. Our Zontari Endrin Dock is now finished. And, well, I called this one a Contrast Plus painting tutorial at the beginning, and I don't know if that's strictly true. We didn't use that many contrast paints, so this is more of a how to paint. But we did it pretty quickly, pretty effectively, and ultimately I think the final result is pretty cool, actually. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/Warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.